In today's lecture, I will discuss second type of linear simultaneous equation, that is homogeneous type of equation. How we can identify whether the equation is homogeneous or non-homogeneous? It's very easy. If the values on the right hand side of the equation is equals to 0, like this, then that system is called as homogeneous. And if any one of the value is not equals to 0, then it is non-homogeneous type of equation, which I have discussed in the previous lecture. Today I will discuss this second type, that is homogeneous. For that, let us consider three equations in three unknowns as given below. First equation, a11 into x1 plus a12 x2 plus a13 x3 is equals to 0. Second equation as a21 x1 plus a22 x2 plus a23 x3 is equals to 0. Third equation, a31 x1 plus a32 x2 plus a33 x3 is equals to 0. We have three equations in three unknowns. This system of equation we can extend for m equation in n unknowns. And this system of equation I can write in matrix form as matrix A into matrix X is equals to D matrix. That matrix A is a matrix of coefficient of the variable. For this system, it is A11, A12, A13 in the first row. Second row containing elements A21, A22, A23, and third row containing A31, A32, A33. And matrix X is a column matrix of unknowns. Here unknowns are x1, x2, x3. And D matrix, values on the right hand side, here that all values are equals to 0, therefore this is 0 matrix. D is equals to 0. This system of equation is always consistent. Means there should not be question like this, test for consistency. Question must be like this, solve. Here there are two types of solution possible, and to determine that solution, once again here also we write a combination of matrix A and matrix D, which we are calling as an augmented matrix. And after having this augmented matrix, we try to convert this to its canonical form, and after getting canonical form, we determine rank. Condition number 1, if rank of A is equals to rank of augmented matrix, and if it is equals to number of unknowns, then system has unique solution. System has a unique solution, and that unique solution is x is equals, or here x1 is equals to x2 is equals to x3, and all values are equals to 0. That unique solution is called as a 0 solution. Or another name for that solution is trivial solution. The dictionary meaning of this word trivial, it is insignificant. Insignificant in the sense that as all values are equals to 0, that's why it is called as a trivial solution. This is the first type of solution. Second type of solution which is possible is if rank of A is equals to rank of augmented matrix, but this time it is less than number of unknowns. Then system has infinite number of solution, and that infinite solution is called as non-zero solution. Or it is also called as non-trivial solution. Okay, miss, here we have only two conditions or two types of solution. Either we get a zero solution or non-zero solution, or trivial or non-trivial solution. Let us try to solve some examples of this homogeneous type. Let us see the first example. Solve the following equations. Equations are 3x plus 4y plus 4z is equals to 0. Second equation is 2x plus 4y plus 6z is equals to 0. And third equation is 7x plus 10y plus 12z is equals to 0. As all the values on the right hand side is equals to 0, this system of equation is of homogeneous type, and therefore as it is homogeneous, we try to obtain the solution by taking a combination of matrix A and matrix D, which we are calling as augmented matrix. And here that augmented matrix is elements are 3, 4, 4. We separate matrix A and matrix D by a line or dotted line. Second row containing 2, 4, 6. Third row containing 7, 10, 12. And the values on the right hand side are 0. Therefore, that matrix D is 0 matrix. This is the first step. After writing that augmented matrix, we try to convert this matrix to its canonical form by converting principal diagonal elements to non-zero and lowest to 0 by applying elementary row transformation. Therefore, using 3, it is somewhat difficult to convert that two elements as 0. Therefore, I will make it 1. Therefore, 3 minus 2 we get 1. Therefore, the required transformation is R1 minus R2. Therefore, if we apply this transformation, we get first row as 3 minus 2, 1. 4 minus 4 we get 0. 4 minus 6 we get minus 2. And 0 minus 0 we get 0. Second and third row no change. 2, 4, 6, 0. Third row also no change. 7, 10, 12 and 0. Okay. After getting this one, with the help of this one, we try to convert these two elements to 0 by applying the transformation. 2 minus 2 we get 0, means it is R2 minus 2 times R1. And 7 minus 7, 0. For that it is R3 minus 7 times R1. True transformation, row transformation. First row no change. 1, 0, minus 2 and 0. Applying this R2 minus 2 R1. 2 minus 2 times 1, 2 minus 2 we get 0 here. 4 minus 2 times 0, 4 minus 0 we get 4. 6 minus 2 times minus 2. Minus minus it becomes plus 2 to the 4. 6 plus 4 we get 10. 0 minus 2 times 0, 0. Next, R3 minus 7 times R1. 7 minus 7 times 1. 7 minus 7 we get 0 here. 10 minus 7 times 0, 10. 12 minus, and that minus it becomes plus. 12 plus 14. 12 plus 14 we get 26. 12 plus 14. Yes, 26. And 0 minus 7 times 0, we get 0 here. Okay. Second diagonal element is 4. Non-zero, but somewhat difficult to make it 0. Therefore, we make it 1 by dividing that row by 4. Therefore, by 1 by 4 times R2, we get first row no change, 1, 0, minus 2 and 0. Second row we have to multiply by 1 by 4, non-zero scalar quantity. We get element as 0. 4 into 1 by 4 we get 1. 10 by 4. Therefore dividing by 2 we get 5 by 2. And then 0. Third row no change, 0, 10, 26 and 0. Okay. Second diagonal element here 1, non-zero, and using this one we can convert this element to 0 by applying the transformation. Therefore 10 minus 10 we get 0. Therefore for that transformation is R3 minus 10 times R2, and therefore applying that transformation, first two rows no change as it is. Wait, right? 1, 0, minus 2, 0. Second also no change, 0, 1, 5 by 2 and 0. Third row changes are by that. 0 minus 10 times 0, we get 0. 10 minus 10 times 1, 10 minus 10, we get 0 here. 26 minus 10 times 5 by 2. Okay, 2 5 is 10, 5 5 is 25. 26 minus 25, we get 1. And 0 minus 10 times 0, we get 0 here. Here I have converted all the principal diagonal element as 1 each, non-zero, all are non-zero, and lower diagonal elements are 0. Therefore, this is the canonical form. And after getting canonical form, we determine the rank of A. This matrix is A matrix. Try to get the rank of that matrix by observing number of non-zero rows. First row is non-zero, second is also non-zero, third is also non-zero row. Therefore, rank of that matrix is 3. Then we determine the rank of AD or augmented matrix. First, second and third row all are non-zero row. Here, two ranks are equal, and that is equals to rank of A is equals to rank of augmented matrix equals to 3, and that 3 is equals to number of unknowns. Unknowns are also equals to 3, equals to number of unknowns. And as it is equals to number of unknowns, as per that condition whatever I have discussed earlier, therefore system has unique solution, and that unique solution is a zero solution, or also we are calling it a trivial solution. And therefore the solution is x is equals to y is equals to z, and all values are equals to 0 is the required solution. Therefore, for this given system of equation, we get trivial or zero solution or unique solution. Therefore, very simple to perform. I will repeat the steps what we have to perform. First step, we have to write down the augmented matrix by combining matrix A and matrix D. Then try to convert that matrix to its canonical form by applying elementary row transformation, and then find the rank of A and rank of augmented matrix, and if it is equals to number of unknowns, we get a unique solution like this. Let us see the second example. Solve the following system of equations are 2x plus 6y plus 7z is equals to 0. Second equation is 6x plus 20y minus 6z is equals to 0. And third equation is 6y minus 18z is equals to 0. Here all the elements on the right hand side are 0, and therefore the given system of equation is homogeneous type, and therefore either we get a unique solution or infinite solution. And for that we have to write down the combination of matrix A and matrix D, which we are calling as augmented matrix. And here that augmented matrix is containing element 2, 6, 7. We separate that D matrix by line 6, 20, minus 6, 0. Here x is absolute 0, 6, minus 18 and 0. Once again we have three equations in three unknowns. We have to determine the solution by converting this matrix to its canonical form. Canonical form means we try to convert all the principal diagonal elements as non-zero and lower diagonal elements to 0 by applying elementary row transformation. Therefore, the leftmost element is 2, non-zero, and with the help of that 2, I can convert this 6 to 0. Therefore, we have to apply the transformation. 6 minus 6 we get 0. It is R2 minus 3 times R1. 3 to the 6, 6 minus 6 we get 0, and therefore we have first row no change, 2, 6, 7, 0. Then 6 minus 3 to the 6, 6 minus 6 we get 0 here. 20 minus 6 3s are 18. 20 minus 18 we get 2 here. Minus 6 minus 7 3s are 21. Minus 6 minus 21 we get minus 27. Okay. 0 minus 3 times 0 we get 0 here. Third row, as element is 0, we keep that row as it is. 0, 6, minus 18 and 0. Then with the help of this second diagonal element 2, we can convert this to 0. 6 minus 6 we get 0, and for that we have to apply the transformation R3 minus 3 to the 6, therefore 3 times R2. If we apply this, we get first row, second row no change, 2, 6, 7, 0. Second also no change, 0, 2, minus 27, 0. Third row no change, 0, 6, we have to apply that, and therefore 6 minus 3 to the 6, 6 minus 6 we get 0, minus 18, minus and that minus, it becomes plus, 27 3s are Here I have converted all the principal diagonal elements to non-zero, lower diagonal elements to 0. Therefore, this is the canonical form. Of that matrix, and after getting canonical form, to check what type of solution we have, whether unique or infinite, we try to determine the rank of A, number of non-zero rows, first, second and third, all are non-zero rows. Therefore, rank of that matrix A is 3. Then we decide the rank of augmented matrix, complete matrix. First row non-zero, second also non-zero, third is also non-zero. Therefore, rank of that matrix is also 3. And therefore, as rank of A is equals to rank of augmented matrix and equals to a number of unknowns. Here the number of unknowns are 3, and therefore system has unique solution. This given system is having a 0 solution or unique solution, and that solution, therefore x is equals to y is equals to z, and all values are equals to 0. This type of 0 solution we have. Another name for that solution is trivial solution. Therefore, either we are calling it as a unique solution, or 0 solution, or a trivial solution. Therefore, with the help of these two examples, I have explained how we can obtain the unique solution. Example number 3. Solve the system of equation as x plus 3y minus 2z is equals to 0. First equation. Second equation is 2x minus y plus 4z is equals to 0. Third equation is x minus 11y plus 14z is equals to 0. 3 equations in 3 unknowns x, y, z. And as all the values on the right hand side is equals to 0, the given system of equation is homogeneous type. And as it is homogeneous type, we try to obtain its solution by converting that augmented matrix to its canonical form. Therefore, here that augmented matrix is elements containing 1, 3, minus 2, 0. Second row containing 2, minus 1, 4, 0. Third row 1, minus 11, 14 and 0. Okay. Three rows and 3 columns. Then we try to convert all the principal diagonal elements to non-zero and lower diagonal elements to 0 by applying elementary row transformation technique. And therefore, with the help of this one, I can convert these 2 elements to 0. The required transformations are 2 minus 2, 0 we get, and therefore it is by R2 minus 2 times R1, and for this 1 minus 1, 0, the required transformation is R3 minus R1. Therefore, if we apply this to row transformation, we get the required 0 here. First row no change, 1, 3, minus 2 and 0. Applying this R2 minus 2 R1, 2 minus 2 we get 0 here. Minus 1 minus 3 to the 6. Minus 1 minus 6 we get minus 7. Then 4 minus 2 to the 4. 4 plus 4 we get 8. 0 minus 2 times 0 we get 0. Then the third row, R3 minus R1. 1 minus 1 we get 0. Minus 11 minus 3 we get minus 14. 14 minus plus 2. 14 plus 2 we get 16. And then 0. Okay. Second diagonal is minus 7, non-zero. And with the help of this minus 7, we can convert this to 0 by applying transformation. 7 to the 14. Minus 14 plus 14 we get 0. Therefore, the required transformation is, it is R3 minus 2 times R2. And therefore, we get first two rows no change, elements as it is, wait, right? 1 3 minus 2 0 0 minus 7 8 0. Then applying this, 0 minus 2 times 0 we get 0. Minus 14 plus 14 we get 0 here. 16 minus 8 to the 16. 16 minus 16 we get here 0. And the last 0. In the process, the third diagonal element becomes 0 and no element is available below it, so that by interchange we can make it non-zero. Therefore, this 0 we have to keep as it is, or it is not possible for us to convert this element to non-zero. Therefore, waste of the calculation here by writing that it is the canonical form. Therefore, it is the canonical form of that matrix. And after getting canonical form, we determine the rank of A and rank of augmented matrix. The rank of A, number of non-zero rows. First row non-zero row, second also non-zero row, third is zero row. Therefore, the rank of that matrix is 2. Rank of augmented matrix, this complete matrix, AD matrix. First row is non-zero, second also non-zero row, third is zero row. Therefore, rank of this matrix is also 2. Here, rank of A is equals to rank of augmented matrix equals to 2, which is less than number of unknowns. Which is less than number of unknowns. Here unknowns are 3. And as it is less than number of unknowns, system has infinite number of solutions. Or non-zero solution or non-trivial solution. And to determine that, we have to write down the equations. New system of equation is this matrix A, we have to multiply by matrix X and is equals to D matrix. That matrix A is having the elements 1, 3, minus 2, 0, minus 7, 8, 0, 0, 0, It is multiplied by a column matrix of x, y, z and equals to values on the right hand side 0, 0, 0. So, here the order of the first matrix is 3 by 3, 3 rows and 3 column. Here order of the second matrix is 3 rows and 1 column. Number of columns of first is equals to number of rows of second matrix, and that's why matrix multiplication is possible. And therefore multiplying by a row to that column, we get first equation, first to first, second to second, third to third, and addition of all this. We get 1 into x, that is x, plus 3y minus 2z is equals to 0, first equation. Second equation, by multiplying by this row to that column, we get 0x minus 7y plus 8z is equals to 0, and then by third row to that we get 0x plus 0y plus 0z is equals to 0. Means we have only two equations. We call first one as equation 1 and second one as equation 2. And to determine that infinite number of solutions, we apply the same technique whatever we have used for non-homogeneous type. Here the last equation is containing two unknowns y and z. Consider any one of them as k. Therefore let consider y suppose as k, or we can consider z as k. For any one we can consider as k, a non-zero scalar quantity. Substituting this value in equation 2, therefore from 2 we get the value of 8z is equals to, transferring this to other side, we get plus 7y. Substituting the value of y as k, we get as 7k, and therefore the value of z we get as 7 by 8 times k. Okay, this is the value of y. Substituting these two values in equation 1, from equation 1 we get the value of x as, transferring all of the terms to right hand side, we get 2z minus 3y. Substitute the value of z, therefore 2 times z is 7 by 8 times k minus 3y, y is k. Therefore we get 2 4s are 8, therefore it is 7 by 4 minus 3 times k, taking k common. Here it is equals to, if you have multiplication, cross multiplication, 7 minus 12, we get minus 5 by 4 times k, and therefore the required solution is x is equals to minus 4 by k, y is equals to k, and z is equals to 7 by 8 times k. This is the required infinite number of solutions. Infinite in the sense we may take infinite values, or we have infinite values for k. K is equals to 1, 2, 3 like this, or k equals minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. And then to cross check we consider some value for k. For k is equals to, suppose eight, suppose. What we have here, we get x is equals to 8 by 4, 4 to the 8, 2 into 5. Therefore, that value is minus 10. Y as 8 and Z as 8 by 8, 8 get cancelled, we get 8 as 7. Out of that infinite, this is one of the solution. X is equals to minus 10, Y is equals to 8 and Z is equals to 7. And then we cross check it whether obtained solution is correct or wrong by substituting these values in the given system of equation. If equations are satisfied, then obtained solution is correct one. If any one of them is not satisfied, then obtained solution is a wrong one. Therefore, always try to perform such type of cross check. Cross check. First equation is x plus 3y minus 2z is equals to 0. Substituting the values. The value of x is minus 10 plus 3 into y. The value of y is 8 minus 2 times z. The value of z is 7 minus 10 plus 24 minus 14 minus 10 plus 24 minus 14 we get 10 plus 10 minus 10 plus 10 we get 0. Therefore 0 is equals to 0. First equation is satisfied. Okay, then we go for the second equation. Second equation is 2x minus y plus 4z is equals to 0. We have to check for all the equations. Therefore 2 into x, the value of x is minus 10 minus y, the value of y is 8 plus 4 times z, the value of z is 7 minus 20 minus 8, 7 4s are 28. Minus 28 plus 28 we get 0 is equals to 0. Second equation is also satisfied. Then we go for the third equation. Third equation is x minus 11y plus 14z is equals to 0. Substituting the values, x as minus 10 minus 11 times 8. 11 times 8 we get minus 88 plus 14 into minus 7 minus 10 minus 88 we get minus 98. Z is plus 7. Uh, 14 sevens we get plus 98, minus 98 plus 98 we get 0. 0 is equals to 0. Equation is satisfied. Therefore, as all the equations are satisfied, whatever the answer we have is the correct one. Therefore, this is the correct answer. X is equals to minus 5 by 4 times k, y is equals to k, and z is equals to 7 by 8 times k. And by substituting a particular value for k, we get for k is equals to 8, we have x is equals to minus 10, y is equals to 8, and z equals to 7 as one of the solution out of that infinite. Let us see one more. Example number 4. Solve the system of equation containing first equation x minus y plus z is equals to 0. Second equation x minus y plus z is equals to 0. Third equation x plus y plus 3z is equals to 0. And fourth minus x plus 2y equals to 0. Here we have 4 equations and 3 unknowns. Unknowns, all the values are equals to 0 on right hand side. That system of equation is said to be homogeneous type. And therefore we have to obtain the solution by converting this augmented matrix to its canonical form. Here that augmented matrix is having the elements 1, minus 1, 1, 0. Second element second row 1, minus 1, 1, 0. Third row containing 1, 1, 3, 0. And fourth row containing minus 1, 2, Z0 and 0. This is that augmented matrix. Then we try to convert this to its canonical form by converting all the principal diagonal elements to non-zero and lower diagonal elements to 0 by applying elementary row transformation. And I am always taking the help of the row containing diagonal element. Don't use any other row to convert it into 0. Therefore, with the help of this one, we convert these 3 elements to 0 by using the transformation. 1 minus 1 we get 0. It is R2 minus R1. Again 1 minus 1 0. For that it is R3 minus R1. And minus 1 plus 1 0. R4 plus R1. Therefore, if we apply these 3 elementary row transformations, we have 1 minus 1, 1, 0. Second row changes are 1 minus 1 we get 0, minus 1 minus minus 1, minus 1 plus 1 we get 0, 1 minus 1 we get 0, 0. Then R3 minus R1, 1 minus 1 we get 0, 1 minus minus 1, 1 plus 1 we get here 2, 3 minus 1 we get 2, 0 minus 0 we get 0. Then R4 plus R1, minus 1 plus 1, 0, 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1 we get 1, and 0 plus 1 we get 1 here. Okay. Second diagonal element here it is 0. Try to convert it into non-zero by interchange of either this or this row. Here I am converting, I am changing second and fourth row. Therefore, by R to 4 we get first row no change, 1 minus 1, 1, 0. Second row becomes 0, 1, 1, 0. Third row no change, 0, 2, 2, 0. And third row 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. After having this second diagonal element as 1, with the help of this one, we try to convert this element below it to 0. 2 minus 2 we get 0. And for that, we have to apply the transformation. It is by R3 minus 2 times R2. We get first 2 rows no change, 1 minus 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. Then applying this 0 minus 2 times 0 we get 0 here, 2 minus 2 times 1, 2 minus 2 we get 0. Again 2 minus 2, we get 0. And 0 minus 2 times 0, 0. Last row as it is. Okay. In the process, third diagonal element becomes 0. Then we try to think, can we make it non-zero by interchange these two rows. The elements below it is also 0. Means if we interchange these two rows, 0 remains 0. Means it is not possible for us to convert that element to non-zero. Means we have to stop our calculation here. And whatever this form we are getting, it is called as the canonical form. As all the principal diagonal elements except last one is non-zero and lower diagonal elements are 0, and therefore it is the canonical form. It is the canonical form, and as it is the canonical form, we determine the rank of A and augmented matrix. Here the rank of this matrix A, number of non-zero rows. First two are non-zero rows, therefore rank is 2. Rank of augmented matrix, first and second row is non-zero row, therefore rank of that is also 2. Here these ranks are equal and not equals to number of unknowns, it is less than number of unknowns, as rank of A is equals to rank of augmented matrix equals to 2, and that is less than number of unknowns. And as it is less than number of unknowns, system has non-zero solution or infinite solution. We try to find that infinite solution by converting this matrix to equation form. Therefore, the new system of equation multiplying this matrix A by that column matrix, as I explained in the last example. Here I am not performing that all step. I am writing directly, assuming that this matrix A is multiplied by that column matrix and equals to this D matrix. We get the first equation as x minus y plus z is equals to 0. We call this as equation 1. And second equation as, by multiplying this row to that column, we get 0x plus y plus z is equals to 0, equation 2. And as third and fourth row 0, that equation becomes 0. We have only two equations, and therefore solving this to obtain that infinite solution, applying that technique. Last equation is containing two unknowns, y and z. Any one of them we have to consider as a non-zero scalar quantity k. Therefore here let I consider z as k, and then substituting that value in equation 2. Therefore from equation 2 we get the value of y as, transferring this to other side, we get minus z, and the value of that z is k, and therefore we get y as minus k. Substituting these two values here in first, from equation 1 we get the value of x as, transferring these two terms to other side, right hand side, we get y minus z. The value of y is minus k, z is also k, and therefore we get that value of x as minus 2k. Therefore, the required solution is x is equals to minus 2k, y is equals to k, minus k, and z is equals to k as the required solution. Required infinite number of solutions. And then to cross check it, we consider some particular value for k. For k is equals to 1, we get value of x as minus 2 into 1, we get minus 2, y as minus 1, and z as 1. And then for this values of x, y, z, we cross check whether equations are satisfied or not by substituting. Therefore, cross check first equation is x minus y plus z is equals to 0. Substituting the values, x is minus 2, y is minus 1, minus and this minus, it becomes plus 1, z is 1, minus 2 plus 2, we get 0, 0 is equals to 0, means equation is satisfied. Second equation is also same, and therefore that second equation is also satisfied. Then third equation is x plus y plus 3z is equals to 0. Substituting the values, x is minus 2, therefore it is minus 2, y is minus 1, plus 3 times 1, we get 3, minus 3 plus 3, we get 0, 0 equals to 0. Third equation is also satisfied. And then last, minus x plus 2y is equals to 0. Substituting the values once again, x is minus and this minus become plus 2, plus 2 into y, y is minus 1, 2 minus 2 we get 0 on left hand side, right hand side is 0. Last equation is also satisfied. And as all the equations are satisfied, whatever the answer we have is the correct one. All steps we have performed correctly. Therefore, x is equals to minus 2k, y is equals to minus k, and z is equals to k is the required non-zero solution or infinite number of solution or non-trivial solution. Therefore, with the help of all these 4 examples, I try to explain how we can obtain zero solution or non-zero solution. Then let us see some example for practice. Example for practice or homework problem or classwork problem. Solve the following. Total 4 problems I have given. First, second, third and fourth. Try to solve it in your notebook as per whatever I have discussed in this lecture. Try to get either zero solution or non-zero solution by converting that augmented matrix to its canonical form and then finding rank of A and rank of augmented matrix. If that 2 ranks are equal and equals to number of unknowns, we get a unique solution. If ranks are equal but less than number of unknowns, in that case we get infinite number of solutions. Therefore, try to complete all these examples. Therefore, so far I have completed first 4 important points. First one, in first lecture I have covered inverse by Gauss-Jordan method. In second lecture I have covered rank of matrix. In third lecture I have covered normal form of matrix. In fourth, I have covered non-homogeneous type of linear simultaneous equation, and today I have covered another type, that is homogeneous linear simultaneous equation. In my next lecture, I will discuss characteristic equation and corresponding characteristic roots of matrix, how we can obtain that characteristic equation and eigenvalues. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you so much.